Hi and welcome back to my channel. Oh gosh, it's been a while since I've been on. When I finished the ocean journals, I got some of Stephanie's things out that she gave me, and I thought I'm gonna sit down and do something with these because oh gosh, they were beautiful pieces of fabric and bits and pieces. So I picked out all these satiny colors and I've made up a I've just sat and done it off camera. I don't know what I didn't need to get on camera to put it together, but this is like a crazy patchwork type thing, something like what Sonia does quite often. And I put them together. I'll just shake all this off because that's what I want to put on it. They're the bare sort of bones. And I put all these patchwork colours together, and then I sewed on just really lightly all these bits of trim because I didn't want to I don't know a whole lot of fancy stitches, so I thought I'll just try the trim first and then decorate the trim. So the different trims here I've just collected up over the op shop hauls. They're all op shop trims, and this here was a curtain, and I just cut a little piece off and overlaid it onto that big space there. Love this trim and that. So if you know the name of these big heavier laces, it starts with G and I can't think of the name of it. Let me know in the description box below, the comments below. Alright, so and what I did, this is a placemat, vintage placemat, and it was just blank, so I sewed on to all the pieces. I sewed on to that, all these pieces as I went. And then I thought, well, how am I going to edge it? So it already had this lacy edge on it, so I just folded it over and neatened the corners up and just went around it with my sewing machine. So that's going to be, excuse me, that's the edging. This is going to be my spine, so it's going to be another hybrid one where I have a hard spine in it, which will bring the cover back down to that size. Okay, so let's have that width cover, and yeah, I'll put that in later. On the inside I've got this piece of scarf which is beautiful. It's got like velvet on it, velvet flowers, so I'm going to actually stitch that as my inside cover like that, and that will go there, and that will go there. But I'm not up to this stage yet because I want to do more stitching and things on the front. So that's the basics of what it's going to look like. Now I've got all these bits and pieces here that I just flicked off it that I want to add to it. This here is a piece of fabric that I got from, well, it's in a pile over there. I'm not going to pull it out, but it was a big wad of it and it had all these girls' faces on it. So pretty. So I cut one out and frayed the edge, and I want to put her on here. Now my focal piece is on here too. This is a piece of Stephanie's wedding dress that she gave me. Isn't it gorgeous? I want to put that there. This piece I've already sewn in. This was her mum's dress that she wore to Stephanie's wedding. Okay, so I wanted to include those special pieces in there. I want this little girl to sit either in front of that, or yeah, probably like that, in here. and then I'm going to put some little things around that. So, oh, and I've got a button here that I got off Etsy, a store on there. That's going to be my closure, and I'll put something, when I sew the inside in, I'll put another maybe an elastic or something like that on there that will flip around and flip around the button like that. Alright, so they're my little bits and pieces. I found this gorgeous bit in the bag that Tanya gave me. I sorted out all those bits of fabric into colours, and I had fun doing that. and yeah, I just want to add little bits and pieces, like I want to couch that down on there, and just bits and pieces like that. So that's my goal for this. I want to use some of Stephanie's coloured threads that she gave me. She gave me 4 lots, yeah, which is just so cool. So this one I thought would go good with this make, and yeah, and then just use all the little bits and pieces. This is another piece that Stephanie gave me, some beautiful netting, and I made a little tiny little flower out of it. So when I put her on down here, I'm going to put that on down there with a little thing like that. So that will look nice. I've got other bits and pieces, little velvet flowers that I got off AliExpress, other little bits and pieces like this that I'll sew on in the spaces. What else have I got here? Oh yeah, I've got one of Nat's little avocado dyed little motif. I'm going to put that on up there. So just little bits and pieces that people have given me. What else? Anyway, I think that will, as I go, I'm going to add sequins and some beads and bits and pieces like that too. So I might sort of, it's been balking me. I sort of go, now where am I going to start? How am I going to start? I probably should start by couching down this, because that's going to go under this little girl. So I should couch down the what am I saying? The beads. Where did my thread go? We've got Judah's birthday coming up, and Mummy has specified that we have to wear some sort of crochet to his birthday. And I was like, that's a little bit. Anyway, the reasoning behind that is every time Mummy crochets, Judah gets into everything and loves to play with all the yarn. So I'm in the middle of crocheting my husband a vest, and I'm going to sew this heart to a t-shirt for myself. So, because I've got a jumper made, but I think it's going to be a little bit too hot to wear a jumper. So I thought I'll sew this on, and that can be my contributing fact to this crochet madness. Alright, I can't find the thread I want, so I'm going to look in here. I've still got this big bag of cottons. Let's get something out of here. Surely there's a colour I need in here. And actually I can't see one. Oh, maybe that one. There's not many light colours in here. Wow. A whole bag of thread, and I can't see a colour that I want. I'll just use this. I think you won't be able to see that. Alright, I'm going to use my glasses, might help. Now let me know in the comments below, do you use a double thread or a single thread? I was always taught by my mum to use a double thread, and I know that double threads can get a bit in the way, but that's how I was always taught. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you got taught. Alright, I'm going to poke that under there so it has the illusion it's going somewhere still. Alright, that's 1, 2, 3 sections done. It's looking pretty, isn't it? So I'll go ahead and do a little bit more so on this precious piece and move along as I go. Okay, so I've done excuse me, I've done quite a bit of this offline because I just found it was just really relaxing sitting here doing this without having to sort of give a tutorial or anything like that. But I'm no expert at any of this sort of stuff anyway. I'm very new, very new to it. So what I have done, where's my piece of scrap? I've got, that's the spine. But anyway, before I start that, I might just take you for a little walk around it. I think, now the basis of this was a placemat, a doily type placemat, and I had it so this was all, the lace was all hanging out, but I've since gone around, folded it in and sewn it on the sewing machine, so it's given me a nice border and it's encased it all in there. All the little bits and pieces, or not all of it, but a lot of it came from the op shops, all the little bits and pieces on here. But I'll take you around, little tour around through it anyway. These little birds, this little bird came from the op shop, and these flowers, all the satin, or is it satin? Yeah, all the satin fabric came from Stephanie. Sorry, Stephanie. All the satin, beautiful, all these bits of fabric came from Stephanie in her happy mail that she sent me. And I just loved it. Loved all these shiny pieces, and I thought I'm going to do a journal cover with them. So thank you, Stephanie, for the encouragement to get up off the bed and do something. This is my little frog, he's going to watch. Get up off the bed and do something. So yeah, I've been on my walking with crutches, but I definitely need painkillers at the beginning of the day. So I'm getting there slowly. Dave took me out too for a nice brekkie and or lunch or whatever, and so I'm getting there slowly. Shout out to Sonia too, because she inspired me to do this as well. I watch her videos and she does some beautiful crazy patchwork. Sonia, hope your arm's feeling better soon. I can totally sympathise with you, how you're feeling, so I hope you get some good medication to help that get better. Alright, so starting in here, the little bird came from the op shop. This blue stuff here, I think I got that off Purveyor of Textiles on Instagram. And then I put a little trail of beads and sequins with a little flower. And moving on here is a little daisy, and I've added to all these trims. Now I didn't do any embroidery on here. I'm still fairly new to learning embroidery stitches, so I thought I'd stay clear of the embroidery and just decorate it with trims. Love this little trim, little 70s trim, so I couched down some little pink beads on that. And then this was one of the motifs that I cut apart with a op shop haul all the little doilies that I get. This was off a dress that I got from the op shop. This here is some ribbons that I found in my craft stuff, storage stuff, and they're beautiful. Look at them, absolutely beautiful. I've had them forever, so I thought I'd include one of them on there. This here is a curtain, a sheer curtain that I bought, and I cut a piece off it and just laid it over the top. This here, I got these motifs, which is a bag, came like that. I think I cut it off this one. I got that from a lady on Marketplace, and I think this was 2 bags worth that I got in here. But she sells them really cheap, all these motifs and that are all like hand dyed and stuff. And then I put some little bugle beads on it to look like little branches. Don't they sparkle nice? So in this corner is another one of the crochet motifs, and this was some more little motif things that I bought off Purveyor of Textiles on and I think this as well on Instagram. Put some little green sequins and beads. They really liked the green on that. It sort of stood out even though I didn't have much green in here. The little velvet flower, I got them off AliExpress. These were some more op shop stuff. See the thread here, the coloured thread? That was from Stephanie. That was some of her homemade thread that she sent me. Loved using that on here. This here, that's another op shop little flower that I found, and some of this thread as well, or trim. Loved how that came out, putting the sequins on there. This here is a motif of Stephanie's original wedding dress. She put it in the little, put a little message in the package to explain what it was, and so I had to put a little motif of that in this project. Some little buttons that matched in with these colours in the centre. And then coming over here, I put some little beads on there. This was some netting that Stephanie gave me, and I made a little flower and put that on the centre. There's a little velvet bow. I think I got them off AliExpress as well. That's from the op shop. The little bows here from AliExpress, that was from the op shop. These little buttons, I got them off a lady on Etsy. They're covered buttons, and that's part of the closure for here. And this here, this brown sparkly piece of fabric, is actually Stephanie's mum's dress that she wore to her wedding. So I thought I have to add 2 of those pieces in because it just felt special to do that. This here was a piece of fabric, a huge piece of fabric I've got off what do you call the Sewing Lair or something like that. It's an online op shop, and I think I bought it for about $4, and there's all these little girls' faces all over it. So I went around and I did pistol stitch around here. Well, I did straight stitch first, and then I put the little French knots on, and I did it with the mixed cotton, and then I put some little sequins and sparkly things on. I just wanted it to come to life with sparkle, you know. I put some more of this on that flower as well. And the sequins, the beads and sequins, majority of them have come from either AliExpress or Temu. You know, the beads and sequins that I actually sewed on, all these little beautiful little sequins. So that's that. What I need to do now is put the inside on, and I'm planning to put this beautiful piece of scarf inside, and I also want to do a hidden what do you call it, a hidden spine, or a hidden the actual signature stitches won't show on the outside, they'll be in here, so I'll attach it all on this board, then glue that in there. So what I wanted to do was glue glue this down or cover it. So yeah, this was just a scarf from the op shop, and when I seen it, it had really ratty tassels on the end, which I just threw away. But look at the velvet on it, it's beautiful. And it makes nice inside cover, you know, on something. So I think I will machine sew that. I'm not sure yet, but that's going to be that. And then this one here, yeah, I'm going to cover that. This was just a book, what do we call it? The outside of a book, book cover. Because I ran out of this hardboard stuff, so I just keep, if I got a book, I just keep if there's a lot of this sort of board on it, I just keep that, because then you can use that for these types of things. Why aren't you coming out? I would have been sitting there for a while yesterday. So we're just gonna put glue all on that. And remember what I said about glue, you really do need to flatten it out, otherwise it'll soak through and look horrible. But in saying that, this is going to get covered up by the signatures anyway, so hopefully you won't see that. Now I can see the words behind there. I don't like that. Okay. Let's put it on this side. It's better. And where did I put my scissors? Just close it up. So of course the dodgy side is going to be glued down. So you won't see any of that. So when this goes in my journal, that's all sewn in, then this is going to sit in here with my signatures coming off it. So I haven't decided a theme. I didn't really know. I haven't really decided on any sort of theme for this journal. So Right, might cut that edge off. Don't need it. I'm gonna get glue on me mat. Now this is the first time I've done one of these hidden spine things. So, but it's not, I don't think it's anything hard to it. It's just that I'll be attaching the signatures onto that and not that. So yeah, how do I just cut that? There we go, beautiful. So that's ready to put my signatures onto. So I'll just have another look at this. I know this fabric is fairly thin. I didn't want to see glue under it. So, if I did glue it, I'd have to go very carefully. Alright, so I found a piece of this elastic. This is going to be my closure. Right, and then I'll glue that in there. So, I'm going to... I might actually sew it first. Sew it down here as well. I guess there's no right or wrong way of doing all this sort of stuff. Just however your mind comes up with an idea. Yeah, that should be right. Alright. I'm going to sneakily glue this, I think. My signature insert, which will make this journal then quite a bit smaller than that. So once it gets glued on there, that's what it'll look like. Okay, so that will be the spine. Oh, that looks nice on the spine. That'll be the spine. That'll be the back. That'll look good. That'll look good. So yeah, I'm not worried about that. I might just put a nice piece of lace down there. But that's fine. I'm happy how that has glued on. And now I just have to leave it until I get all my signatures sorted out. I don't know. Tell me in the comments below. Do you make your cover first? Or do you make your signatures first? I always seem to make the cover first. And then I do the signature. No. Let me know what you do in the comments. Alright, I think that's me. And you would have seen on all the social media platforms, I think it was Slow Stitching for the Soul, Junk Journal Junksters Down Under, and Sonia's sewing group. I put pictures of the cover on that, all on those groups. So you probably would have, if you follow any of them, you would have seen that online. And oops, my computer nearly fell off. And if you're new here, I'd love it if you'd subscribe to my channel, press that bell button for notifications, like, share, and all that sort of type of thing. It's been a bit few and far between videos for me because of my foot, so I apologize for that. Yeah, this is a slow stitched cover that I've been working on. I didn't do a whole lot of it online, but I love how it's come out, and I love to dabble in different things, have a go at different things. So I think I've watched Sonia a fair bit do her crazy quilting or patchworking, and I'm laying there in bed thinking, oh, I need to make one of those. So when Stephanie sent me all that fabric, I was like, yep, that's what I'm going to do with some of this fabric. So thank you, Stephanie. I've really had fun making this journal cover. Now it probably will, that's my banana cake in the oven, it probably will be for sale, I'd say, in my Etsy store when I'm finished. You can also pop over and see the ocean journals. Oh, they're up there, I won't grab them down. They're in my Etsy store. The links are below in the description box if you are interested in them. They make great gifts. And yeah, and that's about it, I think. What do you think, Froggy? Next time I need to stuff you. I might undo him and stuff him a bit better. This was my first little go at doing some little slow stitching with felt. There you go. You can sit there and watch. Alright, I will catch you again soon for a new video. Bye.